999WEFM.com. WEFM News online on demand.
Welcome to WEFM's Midday News, coming to you with the kind compliments of Port St. Vincent Limited.
Sensational savings are here this summer at Courts Optical. Get a free pair of designer sunglasses with your glasses purchase. Now that's sensational. Free sunglasses and your glasses, and you can get it all with no cash. Choose from our flexible credit terms from 3 to 24 months to repay. At Courts Optical, the savings are sensational. You don't want to miss these deals. Conditions apply. See in store for details. Courts Optical. Value you can see.
Welcome. I am Naressa Bostwick presenting your news at this hour. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves will join a league of distinguished international personalities and leaders when he delivers the keynote address at the 2022 Concordia Americas Summit. Dr. Gonsalves will leave the state on Tuesday, July 12th, to honor the invitation to address the summit. The forum will take place from July 13th to 14th in Miami, Florida. The summit is being hosted in partnership with the General Secretariat of the Organization of American States, the OAS, and will bring together leaders across industries, sectors, and territories, exploring the greatest challenges and opportunities facing the Western Hemisphere. Commissioner of Police Colin John says that he believes the police force should have been more vigilant on Soca Monarch Night with regards to the Baygon aerosols being used for fires. Several people were injured by projectiles and aerosol fires on the night of the event. Due to this, Commissioner John says this is going to be something that the police force will be clamping down on in the future. We hear more from Commissioner John.
Soca Monarch Night, some persons went to the hospital with injuries. Some with burns from aerosol spray and fire. Some got injured by bottles, and we said magnum bottles. So we try as far as possible to discourage wherever we see these things, we try to clamp down on it. I think that was one of the low area for us. We should have been more vigilant in that regard and prevented persons from using them in bar. Artists may look at it as they say, get a bigger forward by the amount of fire that is emanating from it. It is something that can be and has been harmful, and something that will definitely be clamping down on in the future.
That was Commissioner of Police Colin John. The Rotary Club of St. Vincent and the Grenadines will embark on a number of initiatives in cancer prevention and screening, this as they install their new president, Daniel Campbell. According to a release from the club, Campbell said the Rotary Club plans to execute the Breast Cancer Awareness Global Grant by providing mobile ultrasound machines so that screening services are accessible to females in rural communities throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The grant amounts to EC $479,278 through the Rotary Club of St. Vincent and the Rotary Club of Taipei Prosperity. It aims to support the empowerment of women and girls through service projects. Focus will also be on projects tackling prostate cancer. President Daniel also pledged support for gender equality and the elimination of gender-based violence. On to news on the regional scene. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, has condemned the fiery protests that rocked Trinidad and Tobago's capital city on Monday, following the police killings of 3 men on Saturday. Dr. Rowley said the protests over the deaths of Isaiah Roberts, age 16, of Laventil, Leonardo Brandon Williams, age 17, of Beetham Gardens, and Fabian Richards, age 22, of El Socorro, were unproductive. In fact, he said it negatively impacted the country's economy and warned residents of Beetham Gardens and the Sealots that it would not serve to address their concerns. Dr. Rowley condemned the criminals whom he said were willing to carry out the deeds of unnamed individuals with political interests. Nonetheless, he said he would weigh the outcome of investigations meant to determine if police used excessive force. Jamaica's Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, reported an 81% drop in murders, while shootings fell by 56% after the declaration of a state of public emergency last month in the southeastern parish of St. Catherine. The enhanced security measure was announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness on June 17th to address the high level of crime in the parish, especially murders. The police commissioner said that over the 14-day period, 66 people were charged, 28 of whom were for serious crimes, including murder, shooting, and sexual offenses, while 6 others were charged with breaches of the Law Reform Fraudulent Transactions Act or lottery scamming. Providing the figures during a virtual news conference, he added that 7 illegal guns were seized during the period. In news on the international scene, former UK Health Secretary Jeremy Hunt is considering a Tory leadership bid as the race to succeed Boris Johnson heats up following his dramatic resignation. Allies claim Mr. Hunt is attracting a lot of support from Tory colleagues. According to the BBC, senior backbencher Tom Tugendhat and Attorney General Sulia Braverman have already announced plans to stand. Mr. Johnson was forced out as Tory leaders after a cabinet revolt over his leadership, but wants to stay on as Prime Minister until the party chooses a successor. Opposition parties and some Tories want him to go now, but that appears unlikely to happen, and the Prime Ministers have stayed on during leadership transitions in the past. Japan's former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has died in hospital after he was shot at a political campaign event. Abe was shot twice while he was giving a speech on a street in the city of Nara this morning. Security officials at the scene tackled the gunman, a 41-year-old suspect who is now in police custody. The suspect admitted shooting Abe with a homemade gun and said he had a grudge against a specific organization, police said, according to a report by the BBC. And in sports, Rafael Nadal has withdrawn from his Wimbledon semi-final against Nick Kyrgios with an abdominal injury. The 36-year-old Spanish second seed received treatment during his quarterfinal against Tyler Fritz on Wednesday, but pushed through the pain to win in 5 sets. I have tried a lot of times in my career to keep going, but it is obvious the injury will get worse, he said. The 22-time Grand Slam champion confirmed he has a tear in his abdominal muscle, which means he would not be able to be competitive over 2 matches. And this has been WEFM's Midday News. I am Naressa Bostwick saying thank you for listening. Do join us at 3 p.m. when we will bring you the latest news. WEFM's Midday News has been brought to you with the kind compliments of Courts St. Vincent Limited.
Family fun days are here. Now is the time for movie marathons, tasty treats, and outdoor fun. At Courts, we have the TVs, appliances, grills, pools, and more to make your home the place to be. Get it all today with no cash when you shop with Courts Ready Finance. Family fun days are on now. Get what you need at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends July 23rd. Conditions apply.
The flavor nice, it's locally made.